Sarah here with a little treat for you. So I am always in search of the perfect purse because I am a small purse person and I really like the ones that are convertible. This is like a wallet that converts into a wristlet or a purse, and it comes with this extra long crossbody cord. And I had been kind of lusting over these for a while. This is Relic brand, and you can see here that the original price is $30, and I just couldn't bring myself to pay $30 for a wallet when it's not made of leather. So I was there shopping for Christmas and they had them for $9. So of course, now the problem is the color is pink, and since I am a grown woman and pink is not my chosen color for a purse, I'm going to do some fun artistic things with this and turn it into my purse. So the first thing is that since it's made of pleather, basically, it can be painted with acrylic paint. And my other purse is this sort of gunmetal color, and I really like that color, so I am going to paint this purse. And what I'm choosing to use is this, it's Metallica Metal Mica by Stuart Gill, and it's part of the like Byzantine collection. It says heat set permanent textile and craft paint. You don't really have to heat set it on pleather. You can't really do that anyway. If you were going to put it on something you were going to wear like a scarf, then you would want to heat set it with an iron. But Stuart Gill you can find at stuartgill.com. They're made in Scotland, but there are companies in the US that import this paint. And the interesting thing here is that it's going to give us a shimmering gunmetal effect. So the first thing I did is I tested it, because you've got to test for compatibility and make sure it's not going to flake or chip off. And since it did say heat set, I want to make sure that it's really good on there. It's an acrylic paint, and if you know anything about acrylic paints, once you get them on your clothes, they are never coming off. So it should be fine. So what I'm going to do here is, now that I've tested it, I don't really feel the need to paint the whole inside of the purse. What I really am concerned about is this. So it's really quite easy. This paint is a thick acrylic, and I've got my brush, and all I'm going to do now is just paint this entire purse. I might leave some of the details pink, because pink is my favorite accessory color, so I don't mind seeing some of the pink. It's just that having the whole purse be pink was a little much for my sensibilities. Of course, we're going to paint the pink straps, because I don't want the straps to be pink. And at any point throughout this process, you have to step back and look at what you're doing and decide when you are done. You know, a lot of people who haven't been trained as artists, or you know, who like to take classes, they sometimes get into that trap of asking when they're done instead of feeling, you know, feeling done with something. And there's two ways it can go. You can either overwork something to death until you hate it, or you can carefully approach what you're doing and keep looking at it and decide when you think you're done. So for me, this paint is a little bit translucent and I can see the pink through it, so I'm probably going to be doing another coat on here, or at least on a lot of it, so that you don't see the pink so much and what you do see is the gunmetal color. So on the strap I'm going to do the outside but not the inside. I think that'll be a nice contrast. And you can see here that I still have these little tabby things to do. I'm going to leave the edges and the zippers and the metal parts the way they are. And on another show I'm going to show you, I'm remaking this button and I'm going to use special clay to do it. And before I quit here, I just want to show you, see, this is the other paint I was talking about. It's called Byzantium. Byzantia. Alright, a lot of people use these super shiny metallic paints for polymer clay. They really give a very nice effect on that kind of clay. And they didn't have the Byzantia comes in colors. So I bought a red, a green, this color's called Illuminata, this one is Cardinal, and a blue called Seraphim. And they're gorgeous. Gorgeous colors. And then I wanted the metallics, so I got the pewter and the brass. And with these three colors, which basically what I bought was red, yellow, and blue, I figure I can mix pretty much anything. Because these paints were quite expensive. They're like $10 a bottle. And so what you're looking at right here, these little Jewel Bright textile and craft media, they're like an ounce each, so this was like $50 worth of paint, but I had to have it. So you can see here, I'm a glittery metallic kind of person. That's what I like. So have fun with your mixed media paints and see how you can extend them into the rest of your life. I mean, I just couldn't bear the idea of spending $50 on 5 ounces of paint, but then again, I look around my world and I see lots of ways that I can use them. So that's part of being creative, you know. You don't just have to use something for the purpose it was intended for. I'm always using things in the wrong way or for something that I didn't buy it for to begin with. So have fun.